how we structured our 11-on-11s, and then finished with a 2-minute drill, and then lined up and had to focus and finish in the kicking game like we were backed up in a tight punt situation. So all those things that trying to work through, obviously getting the reps that you need to in the different areas and zones of the field, whether it's normal downs or third downs, blitz pickup, all the different ways that you try to put your guys in position the things they're going to see on Saturday, but then also kind of strain them there at the end on having to finish with a tight punt with an all-out rush and some different things. So excited the way that they responded in those situations. We had some guys step up the last couple of days, and that's good to see. We've really, in every area, just positionally talking, we've made some progress, and it's exciting to see some real competition, healthy competition, and guys are encouraging each other through that. We're building the locker room where we're supporting each other, and it's a fun process to watch. And just because you get beat out and not getting the number of reps, how do you react during that time? Just focus and re-snap and get to the next possession or next period or next play. And we're responding the right way. Got a long ways to go, but like the progress we've made up to this point.
Kind of along those lines, when you get a situation where you bring almost everybody back on offense, and it seems, at least from the outside, like a lot of starters are kind of established, you finding it difficult to keep guys, engaged and hoping they can get a spot?
I think at this point, Gabe, we're looking at, especially just talking about the running back position with the 2 freshmen there, and then all of our receiving position receivers, whether it's inside or outside, slide, X, whatever the position is. We've got the practice divided up where most everybody's getting about equal reps. Now when we get to the 11-on-11 situations, there's only a certain number of reps that we're taking. So some guys we're heavy on reps today, maybe not be as much tomorrow. But also trying to get a real evaluation of some of those newcomers, where they are at this point through 5 days, and have we done a good enough job giving them a platform to understand the offense, and then from there, get plays called where we can see them with the ball and see what they do, either having to block at the point of attack against good people or make a play in traffic. So there's a fine balance, trying to make sure that we get enough reps, but also don't set back the returning guys that we have that they need time together as well.
Is dialing back the pace a little bit, even if it's 10–20%, been an easy adjustment for the offense so far?
No, I don't know that. Really, if we watch, and get into the number of reps and the tempo that we went today, wouldn't be much different than how we played it last year. So there's, just because you say the word tempo's got so many meanings. I mean, are you going as fast as you can? Are there times that you're playing fast, but then coming out of a huddle, formationally? I mean, the thing on both sides of the ball, you always want the other side to feel some pressure, right? You want to make sure that they don't sit there and that they know exactly what to expect. So those are all the things that we're working with really on both sides of the ball.
How was Isaiah looked at coming back off an injury he had in the spring?
Yeah, I mean he's better through 5 days, but we need more consistency out of the way that he plays. And there's some times, in the run game he looks really solid on his natural ability, but then also block protection, all the different things, the reading of what we need him to as the offensive line makes their calls. We've got to do. He needs to be more consistent in those areas.
Barry, you were here when Mizzou was producing tight ends regularly, like Kaufman, Rucker, Agnew, and now you have Tolkien recently, obviously Alberto and Brandon. Do you kind of see that coming back with the tight end trend? These programs.
Well, I sure hope so. If we got Kaufman and Rucker, those are the 2 of the greatest ever. And Kendall Blanton has had a great camp for 5 days, and so has Albert. Christopherson's gotten better. Scales has done as good as he's done since he's been here. So that's got to be a weapon for us. And then Messiah getting in and learning how to play football. He's got a chance. He's got a huge ceiling. But he can be a special player.
How can Albert improve off the last season? You want to see him more involved in between the corners?
Yeah, I think some things that we're able to do with him with matchups, not just in the red zone, but out in the middle of the field, first and second down, opportunities, blocking on the line of scrimmage or wherever we're lining him up. There's an opportunity to get him in a position where he is matched up with physically. Just we got to go in our favor. So creatively, we got to find ways to continue to do that, not just in the red zone, but out in the middle of the field. But I expect you to take that step.
Defensive side, how hard is it player like that to stop in that position? He's got the speed and the
Well, and you got
size.
Drew when he can place the ball, when he's now getting to the point where he wants to place it on the Nike swoosh on the jersey, the target, wherever that is, and that's the detail of how he's delivering the ball, and the catch radius that Albert and Kendall both have. You better be in good position, have good on-snap footwork and technique defensively, but you get exposed pretty quick if you don't.
No, JJ and Roundtree both did a lot of kick return last year. Do you look at and like to maybe have a guy that's not involved offensively doing that, or
You look at number of hits that those guys take, throughout the course of 80 snaps on offense, and if there's a guy that can do it in the return game, obviously that's huge in field position and all the things that the explosive plays we can get that area. We got some other guys that can do it. I'd be open to sure seeing that. We want to try to get JJ as many touches as possible also. So that's one way. It's 6 one way, half dozen other. Do you give him another touch in the return game, or do you take the hit off of him with that? And then we've got to make a decision as we continue to discuss with the new kickoff rules. Is everything going to be a fair catch, no matter where you catch it? If you do, you got it at the 25. So all those things into consideration. But we do have some young talent in the last recruiting class that in high school, and obviously it's different, but in high school they were really explosive in the return game, so that might be a benefit for us.
We talk a lot about having all 5 starters back on the offensive line. How comfortable are you with the depth there, and do you kind of treat the second team any different there because so many guys haven't played as much in games before?
I like the way that the starting 5 have worked together. I don't feel comfortable at all with the depth there. We've got some guys that have the ability to go play in that next group, but we've got to get them there. And you look at it, you're only as good as who's the next guy in, because if something happens there, then the next guy's activated. So we've got to get 8 that are game ready, and I think we've got that pretty close right now. But then you want to get number 9 and number 10 ready to go play in case you get in this situation.
As far as during camp,
As far as
during camp, who, aside from those 5 veterans on the line, who have you seen step up along the offensive line?
Well, Hiron White has done a nice job. Case Cook has done a really nice job. Both of those getting inside. Hiron's playing outside. Those 2 that stand out right now, just after 5 practices. But Coach Davis has done a heck of a job on molding that group together and taking the experience and really moving it forward. So he'll get them ready to go play.
Jonathan was